type of racism that I did not realize existed until I was well into my adult years. And I thought I'd share it with you because anytime a picture of my husband comes up on the internet, I get these goddamn comments that piss me off that are all about gaslighting his ethnicity and his racial background. This is something I've heard a lot of people that have mixed ethnicity complain about, and like white people are just not listening, okay? Here's the problem. If somebody tells you what their racial and ethnic identity is, and you are like, no, I think I know better whose vagina you came out of, you have a problem. You need to stop that. That is not appropriate. So my husband, for example, he's half white and then half Melanesian. His mother is very dark skinned. She's very much full on Melanesian. And anytime I show a picture of him on the internet, there are people that'll come in and be like, oh, I thought he was a different ethnicity. That's fine. Okay. Like, yeah, he does kind of look like he'd fit in almost anywhere. You know, that's kind of something that is fun. He enjoys that. He thinks it's funny when people come up to him and start speaking Spanish because they assume he's Mexican, or when they come up to him, they start speaking Arabic because they assume that he's Arabic, that he's Algerian or Tunisian or Moroccan. He thinks it's kind of cool. It's like, yeah, like everybody just thinks I'm one of them. So I fit in with a lot of these groups. It's kind of cool. But it's not cool when he's like, yep, nope, I'm definitely Melanesian. And people are like, if I were you, I would take a DNA test. Why? Because you're a fucking jerk? Oh, it makes me so mad. I should probably erase this video. But it makes me so mad. My daughter, who I never show online, I don't show my kids at all. Apparently she looks very Latina, which I didn't know. She's got like definitely darker skin than I do, and like the dark hair and everything. So she looks very Latina to the point where sometimes Latina families and like other mothers will come up to her and start speaking to her in Spanish, which she loves. She comes back to me and is like, Mom, they think I'm smart enough to speak Spanish. And I'm like, yes, they do, baby. Like, it's her dream to speak Spanish. So she's super flattered. That's being mistaken for another racial identity isn't the problem. The problems come in when then people are like, are you sure she's not Latina? And I'm like, no, I'm sure she's just a quarter Melanesian. Have you thought of getting her DNA tested? And I'm like, I know who I had sex with, you jerk. Like, what an awful thing to say. And this happens with a lot of different groups. I know with indigenous peoples in North America, this is a huge problem. People will be like, especially white people, be like, you're not indigenous looking enough for me as a white person, so I'm going to erase your identity and not let you identify that way, even though it's your whole culture and heritage, and you've lived that way your whole life. It's rude. Please stop doing it. Again, guessing or like presuming somebody is a different ethnicity than what they really are, or being like, oh, like my husband gets a lot of time, like, oh, you look so Brazilian. I thought you were Brazilian. That is fine, but it gets to the point where like if you're gaslighting the person about their identity, that has to stop. That is weird. That is really weird and creepy to do. Don't do that.